Now, for more on this, let's speak now with Amin Saikal. He is a Middle East expert and author of Iran Rising, The Survival and Future of the Islamic Republic. Mr. Amin, thanks very much for speaking with us. In a tweet now shortly after the missile launches, Iran's foreign minister called those attacks a proportionate measure in self-defense. Were those attacks proportionate?
Well, I think it was proportionate in the sense that it was limited only to two American bases. In other words, they had not really tried to target too many areas. But at the same time, if these attacks have resulted in massive casualties, as the Iranian side has claimed, then obviously that is going to make the situation far worse, and that will definitely invite a retaliation on the part of the United States, and then the end result could be a much wider conflict than could have been really expected.
And Iranian state media also just claimed 80 Americans were killed in those attacks. This was, of course, after Mr. Trump tweeted earlier that all is well, so far so good, and assessments were being made. So how is U.S. likely to respond to all of these?
Well, first of all, I think the Iranian claim will have to be verified, whether that is really the case, because as you mentioned, President Trump had sent out a tweet in which he claimed that all was initially good, and he was going to make a statement tomorrow morning. But if the Iranian claim is true, then I think one would expect the United States to retaliate, and President Trump had said that America's retaliation would be out of proportion. It would not be proportionate, and it would be a very heavy salvo which would be directed at Iran.
Now, this is the first of such direct conflict with Iran. How do you think is the state of U.S. preparation for this?
Well, I think there's two sides in this conflict. Obviously, the Iranians have been preparing themselves for quite a while because since President Trump withdrew the United States from the landmark nuclear agreement of July 2015, the Iranians have been on the war foot in one form or another. But on the other side, of course, the United States has made preparations. In fact, the United States have been deploying more forces in the region, including 15,000 troops in Saudi Arabia, and also it boosted up its warships in the Gulf, and therefore they are really in a position to carry out a number of attacks on Iran. But whether that is really going to result into anything which could either satisfy the American public or, for that matter, President Trump, that remains to be seen. But at the same time, this carries the danger of a regional conflict which could engulf the entire region, and at the end, neither side is likely to come out as a winner, except that all sides are most likely to suffer as a result of it.